mute ourselves. Because how do you do? Wait a minute. Okay, here we are. Let's mute ourselves over here. So, I got Miles here, being lazy, just sitting around. I was watching the Jake Wagner, waiting for Jake Wagner to be sentenced. And I'm waiting, but it's like the judge has got a lot to consider. I think he had like 9 life sentences by the time we were finished. But then we can take into consideration the fact that he did spill the tea on everybody. So, I mean, when you got 9 life sentences, what do you take away? 1 life sentence? What is there to...
when you got 9 life sentences, what do you take away? 1 life sentence?
Will you please
what is it?
Okay. If I hear myself, I'm going to get self-conscious. Because isn't that what YouTube is all about? Overcoming your self-consciousness, especially when you're a nerdivistic.
Not so lofty. It's just a computer. Come on, don't be so lofty. I mean, it's just like it's a thing.
You know I'm live, right?
Oh, okay. Who's watching? Besides me.
But people come back and watch.
Okay. I was just talking. I thought, well, you actually starting now?
I've been on for a minute and a half.
Wow.
Okay, we're going to start this all. No, we can't start it all over again because we already posted it on social media. But no, that's what it is. It's all about. I mean, I'm talking about for a person who may be. By the way, yesterday was I think it was World Introvert Day or something. For someone who is an introvert coming onto YouTube, yeah, it is. It is a thing about getting your confidence, and even he thinks so. Look at. Even Miles thinks so. Huh. Miles, do you think Miles has confidence? We're not going to worry about Miles because he has confidence. Yeah, we're just waiting. We're waiting for our 100th subscriber. I'm usually on. Hi, Miles. Oh yeah, I'm usually live at 5:00 in the morning and Standard Time, so it's a little bit different in the daytime. It's light out. I guess that blind should come down. It's off. Makes that's a little bit too much light in here. But hey, we're learning about the daytime. Oh, in your way. I'm sorry. Gee, let's get comfortable here, Mr. Miles. So I'm having my breakfast. It includes a lot of good minerals and protein and 26 grams of protein. It's very, very good. It helps me get what I need. Excuse me, Mr. Miles, what are you doing? Would you please get out from under the table? Hello, Isla. Miles is currently thinking I got something underneath my little table here by my bed. I probably dropped like a little corn chip or maybe a wrapper or something. Hey, Miles, come on. Let's say hi to Isla. She came here to see you special. Get up here. Come on. Get up here. He's being Miles, man. There he is, Mr. Miles. Oh, Bob's there too. Boy, that blind sure lets a lot of light in. I guess I'll have to realize for future reference in the daytime, keep that blind down. But there is some kind of crumbs down there after all. I don't know what from. Okay. Where am I? Oh, 99 subs. We're at 99 subs. So I'm just in time for coffee break. Thought I'd try a different time. I don't know. I promoted a little bit on social media, and then I really was trying to get this 100th sub. I don't know why. It's a milestone, 100, and it's taken me 14 years to get here. Well, there you go. That's much better. Look at that. Little light, but not as light as it was. And I was watching the Jake Wagner trial. This goes way back, a decade, I guess. It was the Pike County in Ohio. The massacre. He massacred his baby mama's family, basically. So the judge had been down. He talked about, I don't know, like 8 life sentences plus. But then he's got to go and decide. Well, since Jake spilled the beans on all his family members,
I'm Bob.
Yes, I already introduced you.
No, it didn't reach chat.
Okay. Oh, Bob. Sorry, I didn't see the chat. That's Bob. That's my husband. Anyways, I'm waiting. I decided rather than wait for the judge to decide which of the 8 life sentences he's going to take away, I gave up because it was taking a long time. And you know what? Miles. Somebody's being sneaky. Come here. Come up here where you belong. On the bed. Come on, up here. This is not. Because this is different. This is different. Different time of day. Mommy's doing something different. Yeah, I'm having my second cup of coffee. This one's, I'm going to try to drink it while it's still hot. So I did all my, the little boring things I got to do in the morning. Like, what did I do today? That was yesterday. Today, not much. That was yesterday too. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. Here's today. Okay. What did I do today? GeoGuessr. 47 days of my 360-day daily challenge. Got a silver. Almost a gold. 19,169 points. I was surprised because I thought I was doing really poorly. Yeah. Miles, get up. Boy, I'm telling you, he's naughty. Get out of the closet. Thank you very much. It's like having a toddler around. Well, I guess he is a toddler. He's a year and a half old. The size of a horse.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I just doing like that kind of, I did my GeoGuessr, got that over with. But just that. I didn't do any, tournament games. That would come later today. And basically trying to, get my 100th subscriber, getting this YouTube channel out there, sort of on my social media pages. I just said, hey, this is what I did. Oh, yeah. I already told Isla. Isla already knows about me paying the credit card bills. Very good. That was a really good way to start out the day. I mean, the sooner I can get rid of my debt, the happier and freer I'm going to feel. I didn't even own a credit card till I was almost 60 years old. I just didn't. It just didn't occur to me. And then, of course, we came to the days of Amazon and all that. You kind of had to have one. And I remember too when we went to Hawaii. We went to Hawaii in 1991 for our honeymoon in January. We didn't have a credit card, I don't think, but we had to pay cash. So much cash down for everything in advance.
No, we had a whole bunch of traveler checks.
Yeah, traveler's checks. But I wasn't really one for credit cards until later in life. But yeah, look at this Velcro dog. Velcro. Oh, you're in. He's in. That's his chair for looking out the window. He's jealous. He says, "Get out of my chair for looking out the window." What's the matter, Miles? Why don't you come sit up here and be handsome? I'm sure a lot of people up here. I'm sure a lot of people would rather come here and see you than me, even.
Who's that?
Yeah. So other than
down,
sitting around and waiting for this verdict, I really haven't done anything.
It was Good Friday. It's Friday in the big
city. Time's going so slow.
Who's out there?
When you get up at 2:00 in the morning, at that. But I sent a few messages off to some close friends of mine. Hopefully they'll stop by. Maybe they'll stop by. Always interesting people. One lady in particular lives in England. I want her to meet you, Isla. And I said, I actually said, if you want to come to my chat, it's like 1:00 in the afternoon, your time, England time. But I said that because she's really into the ghost hunting and the paranormal and spirits in England. So I think that you guys could have a good conversation. That would be nice. It's it was a rodent family massacre. It happened in Pike County, in Ohio. Oh yeah, maybe 10 years ago. I remember it was April 22nd.
Slaughtered the whole family.
And what it was rather than Miles giving kissing, Miles being a good boy. But they, rather than go through the whole, I guess there was custody thing over the daughter, the little girl, and I mean they rather than with the courts or whatever, they decided, well, we'll just slaughter the entire family related to this child on the other side, and then she'll have to come with us. I don't even know what thinking. It's one of those, like, I don't like to use the term, but real hillbilly. They lived in a compound of trailers where they grew legal marijuana in some of the buildings, and it was just a lot of wrong on both sides, but it was a horrible, horrible, horrible family tragedy. And yeah, I did watch this morning. I did pay attention this morning when the family members were speaking to, sort of give their input into what they've lost in that. And they didn't hold back. And I tell you, that judge, right from the beginning, says, I'm taking any nonsense. This judge was taken out of retirement to do the verdict in this. Man, a lot of things happened to remember. I think the sheriff, lead sheriff, he got arrested with some other corruption things. And it was just crazy. But everything.
To Alaska?
Yeah, the family took off to Alaska to hide out before they got arrested. But it just, one day it's going to be a long movie, I'm sure. Just crazy. But then after the family of all things, up comes Jake, and Jake can say his thing. And he's going on about, I found the Lord, and we're all sinners, and blah, 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 blah. Finally, the judges, look, wrap it up. No, he wasn't. He said, I'm not putting up with all this religious rhetoric and everything else. The fact is that he took like 9 lives, and some of them were kids. The younger brother, I think, was like 13, 14 years old, of the baby mommy, who was only like 14 or something herself.
She left the baby lying between two people.
Okay, her brothers and his wife, who were also quite young, 20s, they left their baby, which was days old, their baby was months old. There was a days old baby there too, but their baby was a few months old. They left that baby in the bed with their dead parents after they killed the parents. I'm not even supposed to talk about this up on YouTube. I forgot, but I mean, I don't want to get in any. I don't know the rules to talk about true crime. I'm sure there's going to be a lot on at YouTube today. Jake, what's his last name? Jake.
Roden?
No, he isn't a Roden. Jake Webster. What is it, Webster? Jake Wagner.
Yeah.
His mother was sentenced to 30 years earlier today. His brother went to trial, and he got life with no parole. His father is yet to go to trial. It was a whole, it's a big mess. But there's another person involved, which is the matriarch of the family, which was the grandmother.
Yeah, grandma.
And she raises these Kentucky race,
and nursing homes.
Nursing homes. Never mind the nursing homes. That was a ruse. But these horses. She's a horse breeder and owns almost everything in town. It's like, and you couldn't make this stuff up. Yeah, you would think this can't be true. It's got to be a movie. But we've been waiting. I followed it. I remember the very first day when it happened. Be following it since then. The whole everything. I mean, and when I, because of my neurodivergent tendency, when I get into something, I really get into something. I'm telling you, everybody that's lived in their property for the last 20 years. I've done their family tree. I know every inch of their neighborhood. And so it was with that. But for a long time, it went quiet. The family, the Wagner family, they actually took off from Ohio and went up to Alaska and lived for a while. What? I think then news started up there about caught up with them of what had happened down in Ohio. So it got a little bit too hot. So for some reason they came back to Ohio, which, I mean, come on, these are not the smartest criminals And by this time they had been the obvious obvious culprits, but and then they got arrested. They all got arrested at once at different places. I remember we just sort of like got down on them. But so much has happened even since then, like the corruption within the police there, and for quite a while at the beginning, the actual rodent family, the family that were rodents, were the ones that were the victims. Their own family members were being accused, and I mean, they really had a lot to be angry at, and they let it out today. They did not hold back at all. So yeah. Anyways, he's never gonna see the light of day. So I figure, what am I waiting for? This guy's gonna be going. We're already talking about 8 or 9 life sentences. Never mind all the other stuff that explosives or whatever. There was a lot of things that were included in the charge. For what, So a child now is basically an orphan because she's lost her mother in the criminal incident, and her father's gone away for forever. Whatever came out of that, Not only the father, the entire family, grandparents, and everything else. But the lady, I can't remember her name, that raised the horses, I think she was the mother of Jake Wagner, who was the baby daddy. I think this was his grandmother, his paternal grandmother. I don't know if she ever got anything. I mean, she got arrested in that. But I wouldn't doubt.
She walked away right at the very beginning. They let her go.
Yeah, she walked away from the beginning. I wonder if she had a lot to tell.
Ratted them.
But I think if you collectively took all of them, she probably had more intelligence or brain power than the rest of them combined. So I have a hard time believing that. Hey, everybody is innocent until proven guilty, but it seems kind of strange that she would be walking away and nothing more. But I guess maybe once everybody's convicted, we still have his dad, George, has still got to go to trial. I don't know. Will the story ever really come out? The whole story. I mean, Jake, he spilled the whole tea. He spilled all the beans. He figured, okay, I'm going to make myself a deal here. But I guess it was, I don't know if they have the death penalty in Ohio, but maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's to save his life. But oh boy, this whole speech he gave there this morning, that was just too much. And even when the judge told him to start wrapping it up, and he kept going on about we all help sin, all of a sudden you hear all these sirens, I guess because this must be near the police station or something, or fire station, drowning. But finally, because he couldn't hear him, his lawyer just told him to sit down. But it was really weird because right after that, then the judge sort of said, he was in retirement and he got brought back for this, and it was a blessing actually that he did, because I don't know what his verdict is going to be in the. Well, I know what his verdict is, but I don't know. I'm sure it'll be all over social media, so we'll be able to see. I don't know what he's going to say in there, but he says, I need to retire for a short recess to make my mind up what I'm going to do here, because I gave your mother 30 years and she kind of helped out, but I don't want to look like I'm favoring it. But I mean, come on, the guy's got 8 life sentences. How many did you take off? But Jake was just sort of there, and when the judge left, we're like, whoa, what's going on? He just didn't get it right. He's like, when is it over? So that's what basically my morning. And I was doing other things. I sort of had my headphones on, was listening to it, had it on the big TV. So I haven't really done anything else, which is a good thing because I really had nothing else planned. Remember, this is the moment by moment day. I'm in far less pain than I was when I woke up. That is nice. I think once you get moving around, get your circulation going, maybe the muscles. But I do feel a lot better. A lot better than somebody in my building who's taking out the recycling. Jesus, somebody put a hole through the hole in the wall. And I said to my neighbor was coming out of the room. I said, oh, gee, what happened here? And he said, oh, somebody either had a temper tantrum or a really bad New Year's Eve. So I said, well, at least we're having a better start to the new year than he is. Isla says, my grandpa Jack found a murdered couple in a burned out camper on his land. I know the story. I know that story. in Sioux Shop, BC, many years ago. A man who lived with his parents across the road murdered them. I can't remember what year. I do remember. Were they missing for a long time?
Yeah, and they drove the camper across Canada.
Wait. I think they were from like Edmonton area, and they hadn't come back. I don't know if it was the same story. I think the story I'm thinking of, they were from Edmonton and they had gone camping to BC, but they hadn't returned home. And so the family reported them missing. But I do remember that, yeah. And then there was another one with, and I think it was the same kind of interior British Columbia where, wasn't it a family and 2 daughters, same sort of thing?
Yeah.
Okay. I know that story. I watched that one. What's that show that I watch? It's a true crime. It's a Canadian show. Do you remember the name of that show?
On Shuswap in the 80s.
I will post a link to you when I find it. You may even watch it. It's Global TV puts it out every week, and it's a true crime show. And I'm pretty sure I saw it on there a few years ago. Yeah, I know exactly. Wow, that's crazy.
Down in Shuswap.
Yeah, and you're from up in the Alberta too, aren't you? That, do you ever have that? I always have that sort of fear when I'm walking through the forest or something. And, we live in Vancouver Island, so the forest is everywhere. You're going to come across a body, but maybe because there's so many people missing around here. It's and I'm always afraid. I live like adjacent. I don't need to worry about saying where I live because it's pretty evident if you go to my Facebook page or my YouTube page, Google page, my social media page where I live. I mean, come on, it's no big secret. So I live beside Bowen Park, meanwhile. And, there's a lot of homeless people that living in there. And that's one thing that I was worried about. If I ever come across, what do I do? I don't go down there very often. Not since I've had Lucy, because first of all, Miles, to get down there, we have to go down like 100 stairs. Miles, I don't think he could manage to at this point. He's got this thing about the stairs. I don't know what it is. Maybe because he's never had to encounter them. And also, I have not been well. I have the broken back. But I do plan on one day getting healed, getting better, getting him so he can actually, I don't know if I can ever handle him. He's too strong for me, but to the point where Bob can handle him, where he can behave, and we can take him places. We can take our camera, and we can create some YouTube outside of this room. And not that there's anything wrong with this room. I'm quite happy with this room. It's got everything enjoying it. Why wouldn't I be happy? But Ida says, yes, but my birth mom's mom was a school teacher on the shoe shop reserve when she was younger. Okay. Yeah, so that's your that would be your maternal birth mom's father. And I haven't really spent much time in the, I was born on the island. I grew up on the Lower Mainland. In Vancouver. Spent some time in Toronto. And spending time is the key word there. And came back here, and then of course, went to Hawaii, where I should have never left. Oh my gosh, all those fireworks the other night.
Holy.
I watched that video of Waipahu, which is a neighborhood.
Have you seen that?
I posted in yesterday's vlog. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's insane. It's, they're really going to have to crack down after there was an explosion. A number of people were killed on Oahu on New Year's Eve. So they're going to have to do something. I mean, it was bad enough in Hilo. We lived in Hilo. I mean, we lived high up. We lived like about a mile up the mountain, up I guess it was Mauna Kea. We didn't live on Mauna Kea, but up by Rainbow Falls. Yeah, we lived up by Rainbow Falls. So we lived above. So, we could see everything, but the smoke and everything below us. That was crazy. I've never seen anything like that.
It was like a war zone.
Yeah, it was like a war zone. It totally was. Hey, speaking of war zones, one day when we lived in Hilo, we got invaded by the U.S. Army. They did a mock invasion thing. It was crazy because we didn't know what was going to happen. All of a sudden, we can see out our bedroom window, and I mean, we're talking feet above the house?
Yeah.
These giant helicopters coming towards us. So we get out, we get in the car, we drive around. There's like all these, what are they, Humvees?
Yeah,
Humvees in the corners, machine guns in the corners, and we're like, what's going on? And these huge transport planes going over. That was pretty cool. This is what I liked about Hilo. It was so unpredictable, and every day you could wake up and it'd be something different and unusual and fantastic to wake up to.
Yeah, like boat day.
Every day, every single
Farmers
day.
market. Oh God.
That is if I ever get to the point where I surpass my 100 subscribers to a point where I'm making money where I can live somewhere else, guess where I'm going? I don't even care about Trump. Trump is as far away from Hawaii. In fact, I'm going to go back and join the sovereignty. I'm with the Hawaiians, man. I mean, I really was when I was there with the people that were activists. And we were told, Bob and I were both told, that we were more Hawaiian than many people who had spent their life there. And I believe that's where I belong. But I'm going back. I'm fighting for the land.
The story that was stolen.
Yeah, it was stolen. Hawaii was stolen. And I have the document that proves it. I have the document. This is, oh man, I got so many stories. Okay, this goes back to 1995 or something when I was asked, I was a lady asked on, there wasn't even World Wide Web yet. It was like using questions. You had a question, you figured something out. So this guy had this document, and he knew that I could speak Hawaiian. You check your lotto tickets. If I win, I'll come. Okay, definitely. We'll chill out on the beach for the rest of our lives. I tell you, we got Wi-Fi. That's all we need. Wi-Fi and papaya. But this guy sent me this document. He faxed it to me. He faxed it to actually my best friend who was still working at Motorola. Or maybe I still was at Motorola. Maybe I was. I got it faxed, and I didn't have a fax machine, so it had to be through Motorola. And it was in Hawaiian. And it was handwritten, and because I knew I was learning Hawaiian, and wanted to decipher it. And what it was a letter that the king or the queen or whoever was in power then, I think it was King, maybe Kalakaua, I'm not sure. No, maybe it was after Kalakaua, but had written and sent with this fellow. I got a story on it. I actually have written a story on it, but I don't think it's active anymore. Had sent with this guy, Timothy, something or other, I can't remember, to give to the President of the United States and the Queen or the King of England and all this stuff, saying that they were not giving up Hawaii to anybody. And guess what? That letter got lost or got ignored or got hidden until this fellow in Boston went to some kind of auction where he collected autographs and things and came across this letter. So of course I happened to be going to Hawaii that November with my mother because I was thinking about starting a telework center on the Big Island, and I brought this with me and sent it to the proper authorities at the University of Hawaii. But I still have.
And what happened?
What happened?
Clinton officially apologized.
President Clinton officially apologized for it. So there you go.
We're overthrowing the
Hawaiian government because I still have it. One day I'll dig it out because it's not far, because it's something I keep really close at hand because it means something to me. I'll show it to you. The facts of this. Yeah.
They've given some of the islands.
So I'm going back to Hawaii and finishing my job. We'll fight, Isla. We'll fight for the land. And you know what they call the land is the Aina. Your name is very, very close. That your name is very, very close to the Hawaiian word. And Aina we're talking about the complete love for everything that is natural and the
aloha.
The aloha. Okay, there you go. There's plan. Come on. Have we got let me check. Have we got 100? Have we got? Oh, I can't tell. I've got it open. I'll have to go over here.
Not yet. I'm watching.
Oh, we don't have 100 yet. Oh.
I tried to do
it. It's taken me like 14. How long have I been on here? Like I've been on for.
Hold on.
I've been on 14 years. When did YouTube start? I've been on since the very beginning. But, I've never pushed it until now because I never thought I'd go in front of the camera. What can I say? 99 subscribers. Come on, you one stubborn person. Come on in. I'm like ready to raffle off something. Jeez.
Well, we had 3 other people in here for a second.
Oh, where did they go? Come on back, people. Are we that boring? They want to hear about us taking over Hawaii? Sheesh. Yeah, what I've got to do. Now, actually, Bob here, he is the expert. He was the guide to the island of Hawaii for about.com. But I need to go take a look at and remember some of our Hawaiian ghost stories because we do have some. We do have some experiences. But I want to do a little bit more research, like that whole thing with Pele when I met Pele.
Wayback Machine.
It's just a common, for Hawaii, it's just a common thing. If you see a woman hitchhiking, you always pick her up because it could be Pele.
The Wayback Machine.
You think about it, but you don't really think about the story behind it until you're in the middle of a desert, a lava desert, complete lava desert, and there's nothing else. And there's a woman at the side of the road dressed all in gold, in bare feet. And she was, by the way, she was African. Okay, like she seemed African. Maybe she wasn't African. I thought she was because of the dress, the big headdress and everything. The side of the road where there's nobody around for how many miles would you think? In the middle of the cold desert?
50 miles.
50 miles in the other direction. There's nobody. You would die. You would die standing there.
Barefoot.
And she was barefoot. Yeah, and then and to take her. Actually, the woman that was driving was from Missouri. And she wasn't into picking people up. I made her turn around and go back and get her. But, I had no, we were going actually from, Tacona, we're going the southern, which goes down through around the volcano and up Tacona. So she wanted to go to this place of refuge, which is a very, very super spiritual place in probably in all of Hawaii. And, no problem. We'll take you there. It's like 5 miles out of our way. Doesn't matter. And then of course that place being closed. Actually, it was closed. I can't remember why. The government had closed it for. It was one of those times when they didn't have enough money to run everything, so they shut it for certain days or something. But he sent us up to this. We must be looking at this because we're talking about plants. She was botany or something. It's his other garden. Which took us kind of up the mountain a ways and way more out of our way. But I was determined to get her. And then, that was like, I used to think, I thought it was maybe an hour and a half. But now when I look at it, the driving time and everything, it'd be probably closer to 3 hours. It's not like I spent 2 minutes with a spirit or I spent 15 minutes with some kind of Hawaiian apparition or whatever. I spent a good part of the day with this person and had a lot of conversations about things that really mattered, which was so interesting. And also at the end, her give me the warning that I needed to watch my back because somebody was being dishonest with me. But what I want to do is I want to go in and I want to research that story about Pele a bit more. And maybe because I'm not the only person this has happened to. But, I do realize, see, I was very open at that time to Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian beliefs and that. Had been for a number of years. So, I never, ever questioned anything that was happening to me. But now to refresh, we're talking, this is 25 years ago. I want to refresh the whole story about that. There's a few other things too. You saw the night marches one night, didn't you?
Yes.
Like my husband experienced the night marches, which is really these are like the spirits of the old warriors and soldiers. He ran away, yeah. And you're supposed to actually lay right down on the ground if that happens. But this thing is that the way the locals or the people who live there talk about this with the respect and everything and the experience and that they've gone through it. It's just, you'd be vibrating there for sure. You would have found your nest, Isla. I'm not even kidding you. I can't even explain the people that we met. I mean, like I remember this. We went to a dinner party. We went to a dinner party once. We went to a dinner party once, and
oh my God.
okay, how do I even explain it? This dinner party was out in volcano, way out by the volcano, and there had been wildfires all around there. So and there was no water because they'd been on catchment water. There'd be no rain for 6 months. So we go to the dinner party and we're asked to bring water because there's no water. But who was there? Okay, first of all, we were trying to get this telework center going. So I had a grant writer who was there, and I think she was at the university or something. So she was there, and her mother was visiting. This must have been around Christmas.
Okay, I put a link in of me, but it's not big on. It's Kids and Collecting, but she can see it.
Okay, well, Bob put a link in from when he used to be Kids and Collecting guy.
I was both.
Yeah, he was both. He was Hawaii too, but it's not on there. Okay, getting back to so her name. I think her name was Brenda. No, Colleen. But her mother was visiting her for Christmas, and her mother happened to be the head of all the schools and education for New York City. Okay, so it's not like, oh, these are a bunch of flaky people at this dinner party. This is Then we had Prima. Now Prima, I was working with, and she grew up. She's still a really good friend of mine. She grew up in Detroit, and her father was like, I think, Black Panther or something or other. But she was working on. We were on these websites, and you got to remember, this is new. Websites are new for these schools in somewhere in Africa, and I was working with her, but she was on a month-long fast where she couldn't speak. So we had to communicate that way. So Prima invited me to this. Her boyfriend was a psychic, but he was a psychic that could tell the future and that. And actually, he was quite a well-known psychic too. Who else was there? Oh, geez. There was a whole conglomerate of very, very unusual people.
New age people.
New age people. We had people that worked for the public television.
In fact, they take as much water as they could out of their swimming pool.
We didn't have water up because they take all the water out of their swimming pool. But and we even had a few people that had been abducted by aliens that had the exact same experience and the exact same marks on their neck. Okay, so
it was pretty freaky.
It was kind of freaky. And then, oh my goodness, for dinner, that I'm neurodivergent. I have autism, and one of my things is textures of food. Out came the soup, and I didn't know what it was, and I didn't know what was in it, and I don't know what I did with it, but I doubt I ate it. And they probably let me get away with that too, because they would have understood.
We got Crohn's disease.
Well, I had Crohn's disease too, but
still do.
Yeah, I still do. It was real. It was interesting because I think people started showing I had my videotape there. Remember what in this world? People started showing videotapes. I must have told me of what they had done. And Colleen, who was my grant writer, she was like a visual graphic artist, animator, and I can't remember all of it, but I do remember it was called What in This World. And what I had done in the early 90s, I'd basically taken a videotape and every so often just tape something off TV. It was just a little bit of this. I wish I could find that now because it'd be a good.
Tell your friend that what I put in that link, that's just a page. It can't go anywhere. It's just a.
Oh, that's just
from 2001.
She can hear you, by the way.
Oh, okay.
That picture that link he put in just links to a page from the Wayback Machine, which just shows a snapshot.
It's not real. You can't go
of
anywhere.
what? Yeah, because it doesn't exist anymore. See, there's a red book down there, underneath the TV thing, in that with the wooden thing, under the wooden coffee table, in the space we store things. Is there a red binder? There should be a red binder right at the top of the box. I know where everything is. I got.
No.
Anyway. No. It should be under that one.
Oh, I see it.
Okay. This will be a little easier. I came across this the other day. You know, I don't throw anything away. I'm a real pack rat. But guide of the day. This is when we worked at Boat.com. Here's Robert Olson. Boat.com, guide of the day. Your guide to kids, toys, and collectibles. This is the front page, basically. That's just the front page of Boat.com. We were the pioneers of the internet. Yeah, kids collecting. Oh, here we go. Here's an example. Do you have glide? I didn't even know I printed these out. I found them the other day. Yeah, here's an example. Way back in 19, or maybe this is even 2000. Yeah. So whoops. That was kids, toys, and collectibles. And here it shows Here it shows all our subjects. And then we do product profiles. Okay. Yeah. They're probably easier than the link. Yeah, so that's what we've been back there. But yeah, as far as the Hawaii ghost stories, I'm going to have to sort of jog my brain, and I like to get some of the background of the stories. I'm more interested now. I really would like to go back, but like I'm saying, until I get this debt cleared out, and we get a lot more than 100 subscribers on YouTube. Okay, Bob's going to say something
about Hawaii is that it's much easier to believe about something when you actually experience it.
Yeah.
When you actually live it.
Yeah.
And then you believe it. What we saw was incredible.
Yeah, see, we experienced the same thing at the same time. You know, over and over again, lots of things. I mean, it's the point with so many spiritual, supernatural, and spiritual, natural, or whatever things are happening to you all the time. Okay. That you're just.
First, we saw the legendary dogs. Then there was an earthquake. Then there was a swami. I mean, come on, that's one day.
The swami was floating.
It was like one day.
You know, when you see that in the cartoons, you see the swami that was this, like you know, and his cross legs floating. He was doing that. Ida says, exactly, Bob. I'll have you on my channel one day. Yeah, he's actually got some good stories. We need to revise some of those things. I'm telling you, if we had access to this stuff when we were in Hawaii, I was one. I was constantly asking for webcams. I mean, you know,
never mind working under a palm tree with a Wi-Fi.
No, people just got to put up with a couple of
a camera in every phone. Never had any phones.
Yeah, we had disposable. We used disposable cameras.
And then what did we do? We printed them out and put them scanned.
Yeah, print them out, scan them. Oh my gosh! You know, we had to send them away to get into digital form. Things were really hard.
Office was in New York, like in Times Square.
Mm-hmm. How about every 3 months?
That was picture of the year. How about first of the year?
Hey, we got our pictures in the New York Times too. I'll show you that one day. And the Wall Street Journal. Okay. What was I going to say? Here we go. Remember, neurodiversity. I totally lost what I was going to say now. And I probably won't remember. It's gone. I can't jiggle my brain to remember it. But anyways, we do. Yeah, I want to get that. Actually, there's a book over there. Can you grab it? It says Kahuna. Kahuna. It's the first stack of books that's in the bookshelf there.
Yeah, I know the book.
Yeah, and you know, I haven't looked at this book, and I've had it for a while. Well, I mean, I haven't looked at it for a while. You know, it's the first group right there. It says Kahuna Magic.
No, it's not.
This is not that book. On the ones in the between the books. Yeah, there you go. Kahuna Magic.
No, it's Emmerdale.
Kahuna Magic. It should be there, right next to Emmerdale.
Yeah.
See what happens when you know everything is. I'll be checking over there and find it 1 second. Let's do it.
Am I coming in from the wrong end here?
Yeah, here we go. We are. Looking right here.
Yeah, the smallest, darkest one you can find.
I haven't looked at this book for a number of years, but I need to look at it again. It's the Kahuna Magic. But I want to, I had so many books on, I had so many books on Hawaiian, like folklore and culture, Polynesian stories that I wish I hadn't left behind. But I moved from a huge house into a small apartment, so I had to. Isla says, happens to me a lot, Gail. My mind goes, yeah, I gotta get those cricket sounds and start sticking them in there. I'll have no idea. I mean, I'll be in the middle of doing something or looking for something and have no idea what I'm totally doing. I'm okay if I stay on track, but I think sometimes I try to do too many things simultaneously in my mind, and then I get muddled. How is the temperature down there? Gosh, it's so toasty here. I'm telling you. I don't know. Wherever I thought it was supposed to snow yesterday. Decided to go to Dollarama and get that all done, so I didn't have to worry about doing it in the snow. And here I am, toasty warm again. Disappointed. Yeah, I'm way off track. I haven't done anything. Well, I did do my stats, and I have to do them again in 14 minutes. Yeah. I'm thinking numbers are looking good. How many countries? I mean, this is the third day of the month, and I've already, let's see what countries. How many countries? 31 countries. I'm quite pleased with that. I really like the fact that I can provide content for people all over the world. I just that makes me really happy. Mind you, I would like to be able to retire in Hawaii. That would make me even happier. When we lived in Hawaii, when we lived in Hilo, it cost us 25% less to live there. And in Canadian funds, we were earning American because we worked out of New York City, but it actually costs us less. I don't think it would cost us. Maybe, I don't know. Probably be pretty much the same. They say that things have really changed, but I watched a video yesterday. And it was actually a video driving down my street, the street by me, past the kids' school, and everything looked the same except for now the Dairy Queen is some other ice cream store. But they say, oh, there's a drug problem and the fentanyl problem. 41 degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, pouring rain there. I don't know if it's raining here. It's kind of gray out there. I think it just stays warm in this building. I never put the heat on, but everybody around me does. I don't like it hot. It bothers me. But no.
Unless you're at the beach.
Yeah, unless I'm at the beach. No, I forgot what I was saying again. Ooh. Oh, I think I'm just getting a little bit tired of being up since 2. I'm just happy to be out of that nonsense pain. Oh, off track today. I've watched No Emmerdale. Gonna watch some new Emmerdale. Oh, doing my numbers. Happy to attract people from all over the world. Want to retire. Okay. That's right. It wasn't. I think that could be pretty well edged. Yeah. I do wonder sometimes, but you know what? Sometimes you organize in your bedroom. There you go, and you only really need to. Once you organize 2 things, or what's it? The third today, 3 things. You've done your 3 things for the month. There's 3. I'm going to organize my sock drawer. Yesterday, I got rid of those boxes. It's amazing how many boxes I fit into that one box. It's just into each other. Why I thought I'd ever need them, I don't know. And I don't care if I need them. I'm not going anywhere boxes. But today is a sock drawer because I bought myself a few pairs of new socks yesterday at Dollarama. And I think the orphans have to go because I'm sure there's orphans in that drawer. And I'm just going to take one drawer at a time. Actually, I'm going to look forward to organizing something different every day now because that's sort of one of my things I like to do. So new Emmerdale, maybe old Emmerdale. The other me, I want to watch to see if he's on First Friday tonight, or this evening, Las Vegas, because that's always fun to watch people. And I really don't have any other plan. I think I'm missing something. You know that Tanya hasn't put a blog up, and it's really bothering me. It's thrown my entire day off. Because I always sort of she always inspires me in the morning and says something that I can carry with me. I'm worried about her. It's just not like her. We're talking, she started about 50 weeks. In 50 weeks, she's not missed a day. Let me go see if she's put an update yet. I have to look on my TV because, that's myself. Hello, myself. Me, myself, and I. It bothers me. I think, but then, she deserves to have her own life. I don't show up here one day. I don't want people to start thinking there's something wrong with me. Oh, the sentencing is still on. Has he come back yet? That sentencing is still on. Let's take a look. Well, I guess there's a lot I don't know why there's a lot he's got to take into consideration. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like something's happening. Ooh. Oh, sorry. George Billy Wagner's coming now. Well, is that the brother or the father? You can't tell. They're both Georges. Well, there's so many people watching, you can't even see anything. There's 5,000 people watching. Oh, the judge is back, but I don't think anything's happening. It looks like everything's frozen. There's too much.
Nothing to do with her, okay, Tanya? But there was a mass shooting in Queens.
I know there's a mass shooting in Queens. I told you.
Wedding, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Miles is checking things out. He says, "Oh, I got my chair back. Thank God. Can I use this? Can I use this computer?" When I went to make a cup of coffee, and I had my mouse on the bed here next to my ready, and one click and you go live, and I was afraid he was going to make me go live. Who my influencers are? Oh, I put it yesterday, a link to Sean's Adventures daily vlogs. I like watching him. I haven't watched anything in the news today, and it looks like there's a whole lot of bad stuff. Oh man, this year I am not paying attention to this stuff. It's just going to bring me down. It's going to happen whether or not I'm here or not. Prank calls with Sue. I watched Elizabeth Veronica, and she suggested prank calls with Sue. So I subscribed. And prank calls with Sue is going to be going on at 3 o'clock. She said she's really quite funny. So then we'll see. Oh, bye. Isla says, if I do a live stream on January 7th, the 2-year anniversary of my brother Stephen's passing, sure, I'll join you on the live stream. No problem. It was easy last time. I got to learn how to do those things too. So it's good. It's good experience for me. I'm home every day anyways. The 7th is, what day is the 7th? It's 4 days from now. I guess it's Tuesday. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. She's home upstairs now. And I feel, I really do think he was hanging about here, and I'm happy she's home because maybe he got lonely. Who knows? We've got his Christmas tree on our balcony. Like, if I was sitting this way, when he was saying go left, that's a Christmas tree. But I turn around when he said go left. And go left is the angels and his computer. So, I don't know. Whatever it was, she's home, so he's probably happy now. And I think he's got everything figured out. All those things that are up in the air. What are you doing, Miles? Well, Miles is shopping. He's shopping. What are you shopping for, Miles? What are you shopping for? Leave that computer. He'll move the mouse and turn to if he thinks you're not paying attention to him, he'll turn your computer off. He's a naughty boy. And don't go in the cupboard either. He's bored, so he's looking for trouble. Are you looking for trouble, man? Miles, come here. So I found this big binder with the about.com stuff in it. Said Oh, look at this. I've got old emails from before they had like, oh, this is to Prima. I was just talking about an email to Prima. I was just talking about her. Friday, January the 2nd, 1998. What are the chances of that? Bites Knowledge Works. Oh, it's executive summary and everything about my company. This is the front page, though. Isn't that strange? Just one email. Bites Knowledge Works will commence operations in 1998. We're currently designing a training program and recruiting information professionals, so we will be able to provide a team with extensive and varied backgrounds of interest. Okay. To Prima. Isn't that odd? 'Cause I'm just looking at her, I was thinking, well, who draft business plan. I was just looking at who can I ask to come to my lines? I haven't seen Prima in 25 years, but I bet you she would. And she's one person wait a minute, maybe I should, because she's one person that you might want to meet, because she's very involved in spiritual stuff. It was her boyfriend that was the visionary, or whatever he was. Bunch of old genealogy. So boy, I tell you, I don't know where this stuff all came from. Strange. Well, looks like it's mostly something new. What's this? Coffee. Oh, this is when I got. Was this when I got hit by the car or in the bus? This is when I got in the bus accident, 2011. I was in a bus and it hit a car. A car drove in front of it, drove over the car, slammed on the brakes, and ripped all the muscles in the bottom of my back. And that got me that TV. My settlement. Yeah, that was cool when Arthur did. That was crazy. No, it was so funny when it wasn't funny. When that name came up, and you got to admit, that's not like a common name like these days. It's an old-fashioned name in that. And I had no doubt in my mind who it was and why. Yeah, I think she went away to spend the holidays, because she did last year with her family on the mainland, because it was quiet upstairs. I usually can hear her. And she just came home the other day, and doesn't it seem a little bit quieter in here now? Like Arthur's not hanging around.
Yeah, it's a lot quieter. But
it was kind of weird, because I felt like he was invading my space at some point. I don't know why. I just did. But maybe he got the information he needed, and then he went and hung up the Christmas tree or something. Yeah, she gave us this Christmas tree. She bought it for Arthur, and it's like all silver, but it's got built-in lights, and it's like super, super bright. We don't have a room inside for a Christmas tree, so we thought, oh, somebody's outside. Miles is concerned. Concerned with the noise, but it was so bright that we couldn't really put it in the house anyways. So we put it on a table, screwed it to a table, so the whole, everybody, she can enjoy it now. She can see it. But boy, some people talk really loud outside.
Just the one with the little white dog.
Oh. Okay. Well, my TV's about to turn off, which means I've been on here for almost an hour, which means I need to go do my stats. So I'm going to pop off here, and maybe I'll try again later on. Who knows? Maybe when the other me's on, I'll go live and we'll watch the other me later on tonight if he's on. We'll see. So you have a wonderful rest of the day there, Isla, and thank you for stopping by and having another coffee break with me. We're going to be caffeinated like crazy at this rate. And let's keep fingers crossed for that 100. Gosh knows, I went and asked people that I haven't seen in years. I asked my cousin. Oh, well, there's only so many people you actually want to come here. And also, you know, a lot of people don't know me about my autism and all this kind of stuff yet, and they don't understand. Okay, and Isla says thanks for the chat. Have a great day, Gail and Bob. And
Take care.
You take care. And we will end the stream and go to our stats.